when you confronted him about this injury, and he tried to throw it off on, guess what? I already told you about that.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Mm-mm.
And if he can't explain it, and he's the one that was with him, that, to me...
Well, honestly, if you want the truth, where my mind went with that was, well, I'm taking him to the doctor.
Yeah.
She'll tell me what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in my own mind, I was thinking, let that bitch say that you know, that this was a physical, you know, injury or something, and I was going to leave him if it would have been.
Yeah.
But I was going to leave that up to the doctor to, you know, tell me what happened. Or, you know, tell me how it could, you know, the possibilities of it getting there. Could it have been an ear infection and it be that way, or what? Because none of my kids have ever been injured like that.
Right. Well, listen.
So that was going to be how I, you know what I mean,
right,
figured whether he had hurt my kid or not.
Well, you're gonna have, this is gonna be everybody has their process, even Ruben. You said, what do we do? Everybody has their process. And I promise you, his lawyers are gonna school him, and they're going to blame you.
So do I need to get a lawyer?
Are you asking me for this right now, for me, or for him?
No, I'm saying, do I get a lawyer to...
Yes. At some point...
To fight the allegations that they're probably going to try and make. I'm sure that the motherfucker's going to try and...
He's going to blame
put it off on someone, and you're saying there's only two of us, so who does that leave?
It does. And I'm not questioning you, okay? That's not where this is going. I want you to understand...
That's what I'm saying. Do I need to go ahead and get a lawyer to kind of...
I can't tell you that. I can't give you that kind of legal advice, okay? What I'm trying to get you to understand is not that whether you do or don't need a lawyer. What I'm trying to get you to say is, as we're building this case on him, his perfect defense...
I'm more than willing to do whatever you need me to.
I believe you. His perfect defense is to blame you. Who else does he have to blame?
Exactly.
Just like you. If we clear you, who else do we have?
Ruben.
So your shoulders... Right. You're not going to argue with me on that one.
No.
Your shoulders are going to have to become very broad.
Okay.
Your shoulders are going to have to, like the people throw this cheesy bread at you.
I took it and walked away.
I know. There's going to be a lot of crap coming. Okay? Fair. I'm putting it up front for you because I don't want you to be blindsided by this.
Okay. So what?
That's why we asked you.
So
did you do anything to hurt this baby? You've already answered. I don't need you to answer again. I'm telling you, the focus of this, in anybody's case, they're not going to take the stand and go, you're right, I did it.
Obviously.
So
he won't even give me the
satisfaction of giving your baby.
My baby
100%. That's, if you ever want to know the definition of selfish, that right there is the definition. Because let me tell you what this was coward.
A piece of shit.
Let me tell you what this piece of shit coward could have done. Could have called Crime Stoppers himself and told us where this baby
No, he could have fucking called me to come home and get my baby if he was getting on his fucking nerves.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, there's a lot of things he could have done to keep my baby from even getting hurt, period. He could have called my mom. She'd have fucking come and got him.
Your mom actually tried to call him that night to get the kids at almost 10 o'clock. 21:56 hours is 9:56.
I know she called me at work and was like, I need to talk to you.
Right, she did.
And I was like, well, I'm working, I'll call you back.
Right.
And I did call her back, but it was later.
Yeah. She was calling to get the kids. I think she probably told you that. She told us that today. That's when I saw there was a call to him on his record, and we talked about it, and she said, yeah, she wanted to make arrangements to get the grandkids.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I was going to give them to her Friday when we took it to McClenny.
Yep. So, I don't want this to be a surprise. I don't want you to get your little feelings hurt anymore.
Oh, they've already been hurt. It doesn't even matter. Right now, I'm just going to have to just suck it up and do what I got to do to put him where he belongs.
And that's what's going to come, because as we present this case, we have as much work to do to prove or disprove about you as we do about him.
Okay.
And that's what we've been doing.
Okay.
So your answers are as honest as they can be today?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything he's told you that you haven't told us?
No, he's sticking straight to what he told you guys. I mean, and he told me, I told him straight up, you know, if there's anything that you know, anything that you can give me, that will lead me to my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just completely put you, you know, regard whatever. Yeah. I won't even call them and tell them I will go find my baby. And he's, well, I wish I could give you the answers you want or that you need. But I can't. I don't know. So he's just, I guess,
Selfish.
Yeah, looking out for his own self.
Absolutely. And there's any number.
He won't tell me any fucking thing other than the car got stolen with the baby in it and he didn't hurt him. Well, that's not fucking helping me any.
Nope. Not helping us either.
Mm-mm.
This timeline narrows us down to comings and goings. Is there ever a time where, and I know this is a broad question, but I'm going to ask it the best way I know how, and then just give me your feedback. My phone is with me 24/7. Unfortunately, they call me all the time. Every now and again, I'll screw up in the morning and I have it on the charger and I walk off to leave it, but I go right back to the house and get it because this is my lifeline.
Mm.
I got a boss that calls me way too much, and if I don't answer, he gets all pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what his problem is, but needless to say, I don't leave my phone. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Does Ruben go away time to time, intentionally leaving his phone inside the house?
No.
If Ruben went to the gas station,
He would take his phone.
if
He
Ruben
jacks
went,
my ass if I leave my phone. He can't get a hold of me.
if Ruben went to the laundromat, would he take
He would
his
take
phone?
his phone.
So if
He
he
told
left
me
the
he had
house,
his phone. He told me he had his phone that Lily watched a movie on it. She woke up while they were at the laundromat and he put a movie on for it. On his phone. So I know he had it. He told me he did.
that flip phone that he had, was that just his throwdown that he didn't have a lot of minutes on, or was that his dope phone?
Honestly, don't know. I didn't really use it a lot and really didn't go in it. It was kind of like one of the little phones that were kind of off limits. I had my phone. I messed with my phone
Yeah.
for the most part.
Right.
I mean, I used it one time, and I ain't gonna lie, I went through it. But, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to know why I couldn't
Right.
never touch it or whatever.
Right.
And I thought like he was text off of it or something, you know, is where my mind went. But there was nothing in it before he let me hold it to go to my mom's with. Yeah, I guess he had, you know, deleted his shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Did he ever play with his phone, as in, not just to watch a movie, or you know, did she ever play games on it?
For the most part, he let her watch movies. I mean, I think there was a couple of
On
times.
his cell phone, because I'm
Yeah.
not technology sound, and so you can actually put a video on a phone and let her to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he do that regularly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about to play with it? Like, I'm just gonna play with this phone here,
No.
because it's not for a kid to play with, I would assume.
Yeah, no.
She
Right.
does play with phones, right?
Yeah, she will steal your phone quick.
Did she ever take his on any time that, you know, he caught her?
Mm-mm. No.
Left his, but got yours.
Yeah, she'd play with my phone, but there wasn't nothing, no internet or nothing like that on my phone,
Right.
so she really
She
didn't
couldn't call
want-
Alaska on your phone.
Yeah,
huh?
no, she really didn't like my phone. You
Yeah.
know, so if she wanted to watch a movie or something on it, she would ask
Get
me.
him. Okay.
And most of the time, I mean, sometimes he would sit down and watch it with her. You know, like at the foot of the bed or whatever, they'd be sitting there watching like bloopers on Toy Story. I
Yeah.
know they pulled up that one time.
Right. Anything else you can think of?
Mm-mm.
Anything else you can think of? If I've left anything out, if sometimes I don't know all the right things to ask because I don't live in your life and I wasn't there that Thursday. God knows if I was, we wouldn't be talking about this, because I'd have said, little baby girl, that something's happened to your child.
Yeah, and I just,
The last time that you saw him in the car, was he still acting cranky, tired?
yeah, he was about to fall asleep. I told him, I said, are you going to go straight home with them? He's tired.
Yeah.
And he told me, yeah, he's going to go home and lay him down.
Mm-hmm.
Normal bedtime for him is normally what? I know you're at
About
work.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Does he give him a bath every day?
No.
No.
Not every day. He don't. I mean, he never bathes.
That's what you told me. There was the night of that you went to work that Thursday night. You said he did not. You told him not to give her a bath, but he was going to give a bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he was going to. I mean, I don't know
If he did or not, right? And now, has he said anything that I don't remember about that? Does he since then has he told you that he had him in the bathtub that you remember?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, I know that they had asked me about the black sheet.
Yeah, the one with the vomit on it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And how many days ago was that to the incident prior?
Like a day or so. Yeah, well, a couple days before that. But no, I did get confirmation through that because I heard he put her on speakerphone and told her that she didn't need to bring kids back over there until he was better, because they would just be giving that bug back and forth.
Okay. That gray tank top that we looked at, do you remember seeing him wear that maybe?
He wore it with, where's that picture of the room? With these shorts. Them swimming trunks right there.
Okay.
The gray and
That
red
day?
ones. Yeah, earlier.
Okay, earlier in the day he was
Earlier
wearing
in
his
the
gray
day.
swim trunks. and the
After
gray
we had,
tank top.
after Brittany left and we had that little argument or
Disagreement.
whatever in front of her,
Mm-hmm.
he was wearing that when we were when she was there.
Swim trunks.
Yeah, that's what he was in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we had sex, and then he changed into the beige shorts and the white shirt, and he wore that when he dropped me off. And
And going back to that gray tank, so talking about the
and
gray tank,
he still had that white t-shirt and the khaki pants on when I got him
When
back.
you get back.
the gray tank. Of course
Did you ever
it's
see him in a black tank that day?
And a black tank top.
Mm-hmm.
Might have had a black tank top on with this. I know he had a tank top on. Period. He had a tank top on, but I could have sworn it was the gray one.
Yeah, talking about this gray tank right here. So you think he had that on with these shorts? Y'all had sex, and then he put on the khaki shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Think he had this shirt on still? If you don't remember, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Now that's
Because we took a shower,
okay. That's Thursday night.
and no, I don't think so.
Okay.
He had to have changed back into it or something.
Okay. So we're talking about Thursday night before you go to work. How about Wednesday? Do you see him? You remember if he wore this or a gray tank top?
I don't remember.
Okay. The day that just got a little bump on his lip.
Mm-hmm.
You wiped it up. Do you remember what that day was? Was it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Was it that week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A day or so before, 2 days before?
A couple days.
Okay. A little bit of blood, but that was it. You wiped it up. Did you ever see any more blood on his mouth? None. So if somebody were to pick him up and put him, there should have been no blood on his mouth. Okay.
No, or there'd have been some on mine.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's kind of where I was wanting to see if you would pick up on. Give me a second. Let us talk a second. We want to get your mama. I know she's probably been pulling her hair out, trying to figure out what's going on. And as I said, I'm gonna bring her up to speed too with you.
Can we go through this?
This
I want
is
to know what all he done.
well. There's a lot that he's done. This is all just This is at the Kangaroo.
Mm-hmm.
This is at 0033 hours.
So
That's midnight.
That's the one that's on the Big Meadows Road on the
Right.
corner.
Yeah.
Across from
So
the
why
Dixie
go
and
get
shit.
gas at this time?
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
No. That's 12:33.
Oh, I have no idea.
You brought kids out, or you left them at home to go get gas, and he don't pick you up till what time?
2.
Right. Here's where he does laundry.
Mm-hmm.
This is him on video doing laundry. You see the shirt he has on?
Mm-hmm. Same one I told you.
Yeah. That's the shirt he has on.
That's the outfit he changed into.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah. There's him pulling in the parking lot. This is a video, but these are just still shots.
Yeah.
You can obviously see who this is.
Yeah, that's Ruben.
Right. And this is 0146 hours. That's 1:46 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and he leaves out of there at 1:54. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes this way. You hear, if not, Brittany will bring me.
Mm-hmm.
You call him. It's a missed call. He doesn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
He texts you, on my way. Did you get that money from her?
Mm-hmm.
2:06. Same time period that he's telling you, on my way.
Mm-hmm.
Seen leaving Ravenwood Apartments. Captured on video.
Okay.
Okay? 2:07. He gets a text from you that says, okay. Because you're
Mhm.
responding to
Yeah.
him. And then, yeah, this is you, 2:07. Okay?
Yeah.
The orange Honda Civic is seen passing this residence at 2:09. So he comes out at 2:06. He passes this
Telling
at
me he's
2:09.
on his way to come and get me,
Right,
but he's on his way to ditch that car.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right here at 2:11 is where he's seen running in the opposite direction. So the car goes this way past the
Mhm.
house, and he runs back that way. Okay? 2:11, he's seen running on foot in the opposite direction. I just read that, I'm sorry. 2:15, Now that's 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he's seen walking back into the apartment, captured on video again. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And this is where he's telling me that the phone died.
Right. And I'm not going to dispute that the one phone was jacked up and he had to call from the other.
Mm-hmm.
No question. Okay, I'm not disputing that. Calls from a different phone. And then he texts you. He's already called 911.
Now he's on the phone. He's on the phone when I call him back,
Mm-hmm.
asking him what the fuck, get a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear him telling someone, "Hold on a second."
Yeah.
I didn't know it was on the phone with 911.
He was. This is where he receives another text from you, and I have the text messages. This was a reference for all of us to know what he did and when.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets a call from you. He gets a voicemail, and then this is at 2:29. He texts Daniel and says he's outside, car stolen. Police got me now. This is him going past the car. Now again, this is a copy of a copy,
Mm-hmm.
but this is that time frame at 2:09. This is him going past the house in the car. Now it's 2:09 in the morning in a residential neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else back.
How many other cars pass it?
There's no traffic.
And remember, at 2:06, we have him coming out of the complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's a lowrider, and when you go over the hump, you got to slow up to go over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come up, the light of the camera gets you a little bit better. It's not perfect. I'm not saying this is some great picture, and it's clearly,
Well, it's clearly him. It doesn't fucking matter. It's right there. It's clearly him.
right. And then this is him in the same DC shoes,
Mm-hmm.
the shorts, and he's carrying the shirt, but he's in the tank
Because he's running.
because he's running. This is past the same house. Look.
Even at night, it's hot. I ran in the daytime. I sweat my butt off.
That motherfucker. He receives a call from you, and that's where we found the car at 251 parked in front of this address. Now, some of this other stuff is just, we took him from 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is just easy stuff. Obviously, shitbag. Picture of the car. And then we start identifying the timelines of, this is his phone. These are all the people involved. Just people you know.
Yeah, that's that pregnant bitch.
Yeah, that's her.
And
We're
that's
not-
the girl that called that he was going to
Lupita.
serve the drugs to. She
Mhm.
used to date him.
Right?
I don't know her.
She's someone else he serves.
That's the pill guy.
Yep.
I seen him come to the house one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of put two and two together.
That night, he came to the house.
He did? Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a lot of things you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is Lupita trying to get him to. This is just messages and all. This is just messages that listen. When I say we picked everything apart, you included.
Yeah.
Okay, but you see, your phone was at Wacko's.
Yeah. With me.
Yeah, right. These are exactly the texts. This is that guy Paul. Okay, so this is just him talking dope. These are just text messages. It starts getting real because you're still with him. This is stuff going on when you're still with him. This is this girl talking about this pills. This is all talking about pills. This is pills. This is dope. This is his business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is time frames.
Mm-hmm.
This is Brittany calling to see if you need a ride to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's where he drops you off. You're on video. He's on video. Then he starts getting texts from this guy. And so he drops you off, and he calls her for pills. And then guess what? She calls him back. He gets the money. This is on video.
So that's what he's pulling the money out for, is for drugs.
Yep.
So he takes my kids out at 2:30 in the morning to go buy drugs from this stupid pregnant bitch. That shouldn't even be doing drugs to begin with. She's fucking pregnant.
And then it just goes in. This is just getting closer to this. He lies about where he's at when, because, okay, keep in mind, these phones are magic.
Yeah.
Every time they make a call or a text, like right now people are texting me, it's hitting on a tower as close as possible.
Well, can you locate mine? That was stolen. I'm serious.
No, I can't.
Because it has pictures of my baby on there.
I wish I could, but they don't allow us to do it for those reasons. But this is a crime.
You can't say that it was part of the
I
investigation.
cannot lie. Cannot lie. Let me ask you something. This is very important to me. I want to take you to this time. Okay? I'm not saying, and let me just put it out there. In your we're talking, you know how you'd say the car ignition was jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times that you would go to Windick store And you would leave it running because it's hard as hell to start back up, okay? But you did not leave the kids in the car.
Fuck no.
Okay, and I agree with you. I'm with you. I'm not accusing you of that. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that this is one of those rare moments. You got to get some Tylenol for the baby. You can't. There's nobody at home to watch him. You run to the CVS. Your car is within sight. You run in.
I'm gonna take him out with me then.
I know. I'm gonna say to you now. Tell me what you'd say, and I want you to fill in the blank. This is a fill in the blank game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, work with me. Work with me. You're gonna fill in the blank. I'm gonna hand you my phone, and I want you to tell me. I want you to pretend like this is what I'm gonna say. You go to CVS. It's emergency, extenuating circumstances. You think to yourself, I'm just gonna be in there a second. I know exactly where the children's Tylenol is. I'm gonna go and take it to the counter. I can see the child, and all of a sudden, someone jumps in your car.
And your child's in the car.
And your child's in the car. What's the first thing you're going to do?
How are you going to do it?
What's the first thing you're going to do?
I'm gonna fucking yell, hey, someone stop that car. My kid's in it. And then I'm gonna call 911.
Okay, this is you. Pretend. What are you telling 911? Tell me right now. Your fucking kid's gone. What?
My car's just been stolen with my kid inside of it.
How long did that take you?
Not long at all.
3 seconds?
Yeah. If that, I mean, if it...
31 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
31 seconds is what it took that fuckwagon.
It took it that long to just come up.
Let me play it back
and say
for you.
that?
Yeah, my car's been stolen. Where are you from, sir? 8030 Old Kings Road. Okay, what kind of car, sir? Just like this.
Okay, well, why wouldn't you have already put in there that my child was inside of it?
Just like this. Calm. Can you imagine the panic? The panic that would be in you.
I would be flipping the fuck out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I let you hear this, it's going to make you sick. It's just like me and him are talking.
I don't even need to hear it.
Hey, and you know what?
Okay, that's 31 seconds. That's how long y'all been talking. And he just now said, oh, and my son's in the car.
Yeah. And you know why he said it? Because the dispatcher told him. So basically when you say your car's been stolen, they ask you some questions to get the officers en route. And then they need to know some things about the make and the model and all, which he asked him. Because he hasn't said there's a kid in the car yet.
That's what I'm saying. So
hadn't said there's a kid in the car yet. He's not even panicked. He's
like,
hey, my car's been stolen. My car's been stolen. Like, my car's been stolen. Even if there's nobody in the car. My fucking car just went down to Bay Meadows. Get the fucking cops here.
Yeah.
Even with nobody in the car, would you not agree?
I've been tripping the fuck out.
Tripping the fuck out. Exactly.
I'd have had everybody else calling 911 too.
100%. Screaming your full head off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we're having a calm conversation.
I'd have probably stole somebody's car just.
You know why it's calm? You know why it's calm? Because the car ain't stolen.
And there's no baby in it.
And there's no baby in it. So here's the thing. Here's
But
the
I gotta
thing.
make them believe it.
Yeah. 31 seconds it takes him. That, 31 seconds it takes him to say, and it's because the dispatcher says, here's what happens. They got to get your information, right?
Mm.
And then they're going to tell you, common practice, we're going to check the towed vehicle file. Because sometimes people's shit gets repoed.
Repo.
Right. So before we go send an officer to make a stolen vehicle, legally those people can repo your car.
Yeah.
So they don't want to put a stolen vehicle in the system with a tow truck driver going down the road,
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense. So the dispatcher told him, I'm going to have to check this on the tow and storage list, sir. And he says, and my son was in the back seat. Just like that, and my son was in the back seat. The dispatcher said, whoa, hold on, what? Say what? What'd you say? The dispatcher gets panicked. Your son was in it. Yeah, he's in the back seat. Not ever panicked at all.
That would have been like the first part.
Yeah.
I would just said my kid just got kidnapped, but someone stole my car.
What's more important, the kid or the car?
Fucking both. If my kid's inside the car, then that car's very important.
Right.
Find that fucking car and my kid in it too.
It wasn't important to
It
him.
wasn't important to him.
Wow.
You know who else, when he made
Yes,
his
he
text,
wasn't in the car.
when he made his text to,
So
because he
what
knew.
did they do with him? I mean, where in this point of time, I mean, you see where he's went. Where could he have went with him?
There's a time frame.
It's not adding up to me.
See what he puts to Daniel? I'm outside, car stolen, police talking to me now. Do you see anywhere where it says it's missing?
No.
Do you see him say, baby man's gone? What the fuck do I do? That's what he sends him. Because it means no more to him, because this is just a
So
story.
do you think that Daniel knew?
No.
No.
Well, who else says how?
It's just an example of how little
Right.
it meant to him.
Okay, well, all the fucking same of how little it means to him, you still need to figure out where my kid is.
Absolutely.
And we already know where he's going.
Yeah.
Where's my kid?
That's why this timeline was important to us. That's why these pictures were important as to what was it like when you left. Because do we not now agree that there are things that weren't the way you left it?
No, he went home and cleaned up.
Yeah. So no matter what.
But what I can't figure is how did he get around? You assume she was there.
I don't think he's paying attention all the time. You know? She's a kid, she's watching TV.
She's easy to distract.
Yeah.
And you know what Daniel told us? When he
She's probably watching TV with
them.
Lexi.
Yeah.
Probably playing the tablet and
She
shit
was.
with Lexi.
She was. When they got back to the house, there was a period of time that he was home just with the 2 kids.
So how did he get it past Daniel even? You're a grown-ass man, and you can't tell me you're inside this apartment, and you ain't hear nothing happen to my baby, and you just watched Ruben walk out the house with a bloody baby and everything? You're fucking full of shit. Someone's full of shit.
Listen, hold on. No.
That's not possible. I would know if someone was in the other room hurting a kid.
But he wasn't there. Okay.
Well, where was
Daniel was, when they got back from McDonald's, when Ruben and the baby got back from McDonald's, the McDonald's and getting the ATM, he does go back to your house.
Mm-hmm.
And he is there a couple hours alone before Daniel gets home. When Daniel comes home, he goes in his room, brings Lexi in his room, because he thinks they're in there asleep. Well, hears them come in, goes to the room, knocks on the door, comes in at this point and stays with Daniel for a while.
But the baby's still there.
That's something we're trying to decide.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, because I don't see how he would just if blood or anything like that happened to the baby,
right?
She would say it.
And that's what I'm saying about Daniel. Think about that. He's in the same room. Okay, if she saw it, she would say it. Same thing with Daniel would. Daniel is all about doing the right thing. It has nothing to do with Daniel. And to be honest with you, I don't think, sometimes things happen and people can plan it out. This was not something he planned out. This shit just happened.
And he
had to cover all this shit up.
Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't do a very good fucking job.
Well, he thinks he's smarter than he is. What you're never smarter than is what? 30
science,
people?
yeah.
30 people in science. Because when 30 good minds, and there's 30 good minds in this office. When you take 30 good minds and everybody talks all the time, and you're coming up with suggestions, and you're coming up with what else can we do, you're trying to defeat 30 people that do this for a living? Really? You know the old saying, there's never a perfect crime? There's not. There's just not. Because ultimately, if there was a perfect crime, you dumbass would not have left this. You dumbass would not have left the friggin' the sheet with the blood all over it, would you? But shit was going too fast.
He got into it, yeah.
You know why? Because you're texting him, hey, shitbag, are you on the way? Where are you?
How am I going to explain? What am I going to do?
What am I going to tell her when I come to get her and there's only one kid?
Oops.
What am I going to tell her? Well, shit, I better think fast and get rid of this car.
I better make it look like somebody else did it.
And it ain't me. It's never me.
Because if I turn her against me, she'll tell the cops.
Yep.
I'll tell him. What? Y'all are telling me what the fuck?
No, what he's saying is if he told you, oh shit.
Fuck yeah, I would tell y'all. Y'all wouldn't have even had. No, he wouldn't be. Wouldn't be fucking breathing.
Am I gonna hear from here on out? Am I going to hear?
He's innocent. I love him.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
At 11 o'clock tonight, are you gonna wish him you love him and pray about him? That's over.
I'm gonna pray to God that He gives him the fucking needle.
It's a different prayer than you said a couple days ago. I don't know. I want to be sure.
I just didn't see him being capable of hurting my kid, but now I see it very fucking bad.
If not him,
some of the
then who?
worst killers out there were the nicest people you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah, Ted Bundy, nice guy.
Many of them, they got their way into you because of their kindness and their charms, and then they had their fun.
Right. Look at Pete the pedophile.
I mean, do you think that it was premeditated, or do you think that he just lost his fucking temper, hurt him, and
you know the only person that can tell us that?
The person who's not talking.
That fucking coward. That's who.
He's not going to man up.
Put my brother in the room with him and just beat him to death.
You know how many people in the city have called us wanting 10 minutes in the room with them?
My brother wouldn't need
And listen,
10.
I want to make you understand.
He wouldn't need 10 minutes. My brother done told me if they'll give me the opportunity, he said he'll have 2 options. That's the speaker. I'll just break his fucking neck right there, and we can all be done with this. We're not getting the baby back anyways. What my brother said.
Hey,
So
listen.
what's that fucking matter?
I want to make you understand that no matter what, all along, I've looked at every avenue possible, to include you, because I had to. Nothing personal.
Hey, if I had done anything, I'd deserve my ass to be right there. And I'd give my life for my baby, for him to just have 1 more minute of his.
Let me ask you a question on another note. You remember Brittany?
I remember Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brittany Foote. The one who died.
He's talking about the girl that worked at your club that went missing.
Oh, I wasn't working there when that happened.
Okay.
You weren't working there in March?
In March?
Of this year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear anything about her going missing.
Really?
Really? It was the first I heard of that.
About her boyfriend?
What was her stage name?
Courtney?
What was her stage name?
This is the first time I heard of anybody going missing from the club, honestly.
Hang on a second.
Was it her boyfriend that done it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he confessed to
Is that what we're
killing her.
getting?
Well, what he's doing is there's some information that we thought was common knowledge to employees at Wacko's, which would tend to give us an inclination of a direction. Does that roundabout story make sense? No. Ultimately,
March, April. I worked there in March, but not as much as I had been going from May till now.
Yeah.
Is the most I've worked there. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, when back in March and between January and March, I would only work 1 or 2 days a week, if that, or maybe 1 day over the weekend. I didn't work there that often because I still stayed in my clinic.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I didn't really know anyone there then, because I wasn't there much.
Right.
But only when I got desperate and needed the money did I go.
Yeah.
But like I was working so much now because we were moving.
Yeah. I hear you. Did you ever feel that was part of a manipulation on his part? It's okay for you to work, but not him. Because I talked to his boss, the welding business, the welding place, and they said when he liked the project he was doing, that he would do good work, but he didn't want to come in on time, and didn't want to work when they told him to work, and they ended up getting rid of him.
Oh, okay. I thought he got fired because he got locked up in Baker.
Yeah, well,
That's what I thought.
Sometimes, they overlook things. They need the workers.
That's a driver's license photo, but here.
I want to go check on your mama,
Yeah.
if you don't mind. Just give me a second. Go check on your mama, because I don't want her to think I'm trying to pull the wool over her eyes. Because I have a good respect for her.
You don't show her face there. This is taken from the locker room at Scores.
I've never worked at Scores. I don't work there. I've only been to Scores twice. 2 or 3 times, that's it. And that was recent. I've always worked at Wacko's.
She was killed by her boyfriend. He used to be up there, come up there at night sometimes, pick her up. Courtney Davis.
Courtney. That's Ruben knows a guy named Courtney.
Yeah.
Is that the one that just got married?
Courtney's over here in the jail because he killed her.
Right, but
Then he cut her up, put her in a dumpster.
oh my God.
We had for a week they had the police out the landfill, the Trail Ridge landfill, looking for her body. And he confessed to it all. That's why we were out there. And I came in Wacko's, myself and my partner, we came in wackos many times, following up on this girl's case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when she was last seen, she was in there on St. Patrick's Day,
I wasn't.
March the 17th.
I don't think I was.
That was the last night that she was at work.
Mm.
She stayed out with her friends because he beat her. On the 18th, she went back home, and he killed her on the 19th. And chopped her up.
That's fucking crazy. Who could do something like that?
You didn't even know about that?
Mm-mm. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
She worked right there in the club that you work in.
Yeah, but she, like I was telling her, from May till now,
Mm-hmm.
has been the most that I've ever worked at Wacko's. From about January till May, I would only go in if I needed the money. Like, because I lived.
So you weren't really a regular?
Mm-mm. Because I lived all the way in McClenny,
Mm-hmm.
and it was, too far.
So you didn't even hear about all this?
Mm-mm. And I didn't even, I normally wouldn't have no one to watch my kids for me to go, do a night shift.
Mm-hmm.
So I only went in like maybe 1 or 2 days a week, or once on the weekend, or
Let me ask
just
you a question.
mainly if I needed my light bill paid, truthfully, until I moved to Jacksonville, until I moved down with Ruben.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. Everybody calls us and tells us what they think happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we've heard everything from was sold
Yeah, I
drug
heard that too.
dealers,
I heard that too.
to pay a drug debt. He was sold into slavery, all these different scenarios and stuff. And some people have said that Reuben had help. Somebody helped him. Somebody got rid of it for him.
Who?
Several people have called us and told us that he had friends that were close enough that they would have helped him.
Who?
That's what I'm asking you. Who do you think? All right, here's a scenario, and we go on different scenarios and we try to work it from all the different angles.
I'm trying to think who would take that risk for him.
If he killed him just in a fit of rage, he just lost it. Do you ever say anything like that to you? I just lost it.
Mm-mm.
If he just lost it, and trust me, I can't count the times that people have been in this room where they didn't intend for the outcome to be what it was. They
Right.
just lost their temper, and they struck out, not remembering that this is a child they're striking out at, and it's not another adult that you can hit and have the same result. If you hit me that way, it might not hurt me that bad, but if you hit a child that way, it could kill the child.
Right.
Because their brain, their skulls
Yeah.
are softer and everything else.
They're delicate. They're a baby.
Yeah. So sometimes
They're not even developed.
if it's in a panic and then they kill the child, or they hit the child and the child just goes out and doesn't wake up and stops breathing, and they freak out. And now I got to get rid of the child. I can't be seen with the child. I've got to pick up mom. I got to think of something. I got to make it look like something else happened. But what do I do with the child? What do I do with the child?
There was no phone calls made to anyone on his phone that would lead you to that?
What do I do with the child? Who can I, if I'm Reuben, who can I turn to for help? Who's the first person I can turn to? Somebody who will keep their mouth shut and will never say a word.
Maybe someone in his family.
I don't know.
He does have one brother that lives in Jacksonville, don't he?
Well, have you thought in your own mind it could have been more than just Reuben?
Yeah, and I've even told my mom, I don't know who would take that risk for him, though. That's a big fucking risk to take for someone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say, honestly,
You think she would help?
you never know. If he promised her this, or promised her that, or promised they'd be back together, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, because that's the only reason she even started serving him all them fucking papers,
Mm-hmm.
was because she was mad that me and him were together. I mean, I could be wrong, you know what I mean, but
Mhm.
if if I did violent crime or something and I needed someone to cover my ass or help me, I would probably call my husband. I'd probably call just because you know what I mean, out of trust.
Earlier when you got upset, you said, "What did they do with my child?"
Yeah, it has to be more than one person. He can't.
Who do you think?
I've been trying to think. I really haven't. I went over it and over it and over it with my mom. Who is it? The only people that he really talks to closely and like goes golfing with and stuff like that is that Jake.
Who's Jake?
Jake Mauricio, I think, or Jake. His name's in his phone, in Ruben's phone.
Where's Jake?
What does Jake do?
Oh.
I don't know. I think he goes in partners or something like that with there's Jake and Rob. Rob is the guy that bought Ruben's bike back in May. And Mo. Mauricio, someone else. Those are the three people he talks to daily. And Courtney, that black guy Courtney, he went to his wedding.
And all those numbers are in his phone? You talking about the iPhone?
The smartphone that he has?
Yeah.
The phone, the Samsung you guys have?
No one. Okay.
And if you look through his text messages, you'll see he talks to him on a regular. Or that Nerfette guy that lives in that subdivision the car was stitched in.
He's called him what? What do you call him?
Nerfette. That's his real name, Nerfette.
Nerfette?
Nerfette. N-U-R-F-E-T.
Nerfette?
Nerfette.
Who's he?
He sometimes will like get served, I guess, by Ruben, or Ruben will go to him to get some, because Nerfette would be like, I guess, like the middle guy, I guess, to go somewhere else. But
he lives in that neighborhood where he ditched the car? How close?
Pretty fucking close.
Nerfette.
Nerfette. And I threw that name out there before. And no, we checked by his house. Your kid's not at his house. It's okay.
What does he live like?
He's, looks like he could be like Puerto Rican or something like that. Young, stupid.
Does he live with his parents?
I don't know.
You know who he lives with?
I don't know who he lives with. I never got out of his house or nothing like that.
What street?
Where can you bring that map for me back out?
She took him with her.
I can't, like, starts with an N. And it's about, I'd say, either 2 streets in or 4 streets. It's either the 2nd street or the 4th one. It's not Argentine. I know
Up Old
that.
Kings. Now you talking about the very next street coming out of your driveway, or 4 streets down Old Kings?
No, in that subdivision.
In that subdivision.
When you come out when you come out of our apartments and you take that first left, you either go down 2 streets or 4 streets.
Okay.
And I only think of him because I know that I heard him telling Ruben one time about he was like, "Yeah, man, I know where we could get a good lick. You know, if you're interested, it'd be easy. Man, stupid. You know, this, that, and that." So I know that he would be down for crime, or you know what I mean, at least willing to go rob somebody. So for the right amount of money. So why not help Ruben for the right amount of money?
Did you see where the car actually got left? You ever go back there?
This is the first time that's actually been pinpointed to me where the car was ditched.
Oh, you never saw it?
No.
Did he ever tell you had any family that lives back there?
I didn't even know. No, detectives told me that that it was found in front of a cousin's house. I didn't know that he had cousins back there though. I thought that Nerfette was the only person that we knew back there.
Okay.
Nerfette's the only house I'd ever been to with him.
You ever seen that guy before?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Just curious. can see what she's doing. You need anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I need you to go over there to the jailhouse.
Like I said, you wouldn't believe the number of calls of people that want a few minutes with him. A lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of people in this office. I'll be right back. You good though?
Yeah, do we have to bring my mom in here, or can we talk to her in there?
Let me ask her what she wants to do. She's
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
What's up?
I was gonna see if you could get some water. It doesn't matter. I came up with another idea.
What?
To revoke his bond here.
Hmm?
You could take his bond away from here and send him to McClenny.
Yeah, there's a lot of boys out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of them.
That are in jail.
Mm-hmm. No, I've met a bunch of them out there.
That work.
Yeah, they're searching.
Yeah, no. Just put him in jail. That's all you gotta do. Lock him up in Baker. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. That's all you'd have to do. And he knows that too.
Yeah.
That's why he won't bail out.
Yeah.
Because he
Well,
already knows he's fucking dead. You can do that, right? Right?
it's your water. I'll be right back. Let me go find out what she's doing.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, let me find out what she's doing.
Talk with your mom a minute, like I told you I was gonna. And we got some other people in here. I don't want y'all business to be out. I sat with your mom for a little while. She wanted to see the majority of the pictures that I showed you, and I showed her. Okay. Just to make sure that I'm clear with both of you. Part of the reason we had to talk to her was to get her information as to whether she harmed the child, whether she was aware the child was harmed, whether the child gotten into any drugs. That was some of the allegations against her. Mm-hmm. Okay? She's given me an answer to that, and I'm satisfied with the answer. Okay? Some of the things that went on in here with this baby.
If I ever see you with a black man again, I'll disown you. You understand me?
Yeah, I understand you, but you have to understand too. White men are just as capable.
Yeah, let's do this.
I understand that.
Let's do this.
I understand what you're saying, Mama. But
I'm not like that, okay? I'm not going that way. I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, because it was a black man that done this. I understand.
But let's just say this.
But there are plenty of white men that have done the same thing.
You stick to your own.
Here's the thing. At this time and point, I want to know if there's any questions that you guys have of me together.
Yeah, you started in. I know that it has nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do to someone else?
He's had some violence against one, two, her sister, and as far as the rest of his past, I don't remember.
But missing girl?
No, that was she's talking about that girl from the club.
Oh yeah, no.
I thought there was somebody missing.
No, we asked your daughter if she knew there was a girl from Wacko's that back in March that went missing.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with this. Had nothing to do with Reuben. It was a girl that went missing that she was never found.
Serial killer
No.
or something.
No. Well, I mean, to my knowledge, he had nothing to do with that. But that was just to find out if there was common knowledge that this girl went missing from Wacko's and how what source she went missing. Because we have a missing person. And sometimes you like to look at patterns and go, does somebody know this pattern? So that's why we were asking that. Some of the things that, because I don't want your mama to be surprised by this, okay? Some of the common things that came out, the knowledge of Reuben's drug business, okay? Does that mean she harmed the child? No. There were some things that I'm sure that we would agree that probably weren't the wisest of decisions that I'm sure she will learn from that occurred, and you two fighting over it probably isn't the greatest idea. More so, this is mostly the time to try to figure out where to go from here. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm trying to say she didn't always make the right decisions, but in my mind, she's done nothing to hurt this child.
If you think I hurt my kid, then
I didn't know. I don't like the idea that.
She doesn't think that.
I don't think that. Well, if I did, I'd.
Well, why are you looking at me like that? If I thought he'd hurt my kid, I wouldn't have fucking left him with him.
And that's.
I'm hurt too, just because.
Well, you're looking at me like I'd done something wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't know he was gonna fucking hurt him. Or I'd never left my kids with him.
If I'm giving you a dirty look,
She just saw these two, and so your reaction is one way, hers is another. Okay, does that make sense? Some people react differently.
I've never been a big crier. I cry sometimes. I cry alone. Sometimes I don't cry. just, you're.
Oh, I'm not. No, these are not heartbroken tears. These are the tears that I gave up
very-
that
a
opportunity
very-
while he was across this table from me. I'd have choked the fucking life out of him if I had known this then.
I'm just very, very angry.
Well, I'm gonna do
Very,
everything I
very
can to
angry.
get him put in Baker.
Well, maybe they give him the electrocution.
Well, let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
let the process go where it's going. So at this point, I want you both to understand. We're going to continue to make this case. We work, as you know, with the state attorney's office daily. Mr. Manti, Miss Corey, Miss Kite.
Why didn't you just call me and tell me I can't deal
Well,
with your kid?
we don't
I
know.
don't understand that.
Nobody's
he
ever
knows
gonna
that I've
understand
kept
it.
one of my other grandkids all the time.
Yeah, he knows that. Because something happened that caused something to happen. And
She says she kind of feels like he just maybe just snapped and
Yeah,
lost
it-
it and
it's possible.
hurt, like just went,
But
just
you-
lost it.
But you don't snap on
On a baby.
innocent,
But you know what?
on a baby like him. He was too sweet.
Yes,
do you know
very
when I
He's
sweet.
no baby
Look
to
at me.
start with, but
Hell, look at me. Do you know when my last...
my baby.
I know. Do you know when
I
my...
know it's your baby, but it's my baby too.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, thank you. My last baby death was Florida, Georgia this past year. That's just mine. There's 24 people in this office. To try to understand why these men do what they do, I can't ever begin to explain it to you. There are all sorts of
I've never
opportunities.
trusted men. Did I tell you if I ever divorced your daddy, you would never have another man under my roof? Why was that? I don't trust men. You wonder how I ended up with one? I knew her daddy since I was 14. He made his mistakes, but I told him, I said, you won't make them with me. You made them with your first wife. I've known you because his sister.
Is that your daddy?
Mhm. His wife and my aunt were sisters, so I've known him all my life. And I knew the mistake that he had made. I said, you won't make that mistake with me. And he did time.
I get it.
But anyway, it wasn't to do with nothing with children.
Right.
He was good with children, very good with children.
Speaking
So I
about...
believe that everybody deserved a second chance, but not this kind of chance.
No,
Not being a murderer, not
Nope.
on an innocent baby.
Nope.
Not even a teenager, not even a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 10-year-old,
My letters
8-year-old.
I know, Lord. How do you talk?
But that was the sweetest
Okay,
baby.
I know. In talking with
He
what
never
we...
cried.
Mama, let her get done. Please let her get done. I'm ready to go home.
Listen, you understand what you read in my paper, right?
Hmm?
You don't get to go home.
What?
Did you ask me if that was a warrant signed for you?
Yeah.
That's what's signed for you.
So
For
I have
child
to-
neglect, yes.
For
You have
child
to-
neglect.
Yeah, it's not for hurting your child as far as this incident.
So I'm going to jail.
Yes. Yes. And it's not for this baby being hurt. The law looks at failure to do certain things as a violation of the law. Okay? It doesn't distinguish between who did it. In other words,
So I'm going to jail because I left my baby with him.
the baby had injuries, okay, on his head. Just like when your mama talked, if that baby has an injury on his head like that, you have to immediately get him care. Okay, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a lawyer then.
That's up to you. I can't give you
I need
that
a lawyer.
information. Okay, well,
I didn't see no he was not hurt when I had him.
I believe that.
He was
I believe
not.
that.
Well, tell him I love him.
She wants. Listen, at this, I'm gonna let you sit in here with her. But when she asks for a
you sit
lawyer,
back down.
baby,
I want to.
I know you do. But when she
I want
asks
you
for a
to
lawyer,
tell
I
me
have
what
to do it.
all that
We can talk.
I
We have to talk out there because
Okay.
when she asks for
I
a
want to
lawyer,
know
I
what
gotta
all you're
respect
being
that.
charged with. I guess she can tell me.
And I'll
that.
tell you that in front of her.
Okay.
It's definitely, like I explained, it's child neglect.
What level of child neglect?
It's a 3rd degree felony.
What degree is
Third
that?
That's the lowest.
That's the lowest.
That's the lowest.
I don't know nothing about law.
That's basically saying I made a poor decision,
Right.
and it's not a hard time.
Absolutely.
But you'll do time.
Well,
I
look,
might get off on that.
let's let that.
I'm saying 1st degree is worst.
It is.
2nd degree is not so bad.
Right.
3rd degree is
She's
really not that bad at all.
She's right.
This is just for them to cover their own ass, basically, till I get a lawyer and
It's a process.
Yeah.
You're not as a parent allowed to do certain things. It's considered a form of neglect.
Even though I was going to take him the very next day to the doctor, I
Correct.
should have took him right then, is what they're saying.
Would you not agree? With that head injury, with a bruise
With a
behind his
bruise.
ear,
He had that bruise. Remember I told you he had a bruise.
Mhm.
They're saying because he had
A
that
bruise
bruise, and I didn't
and
take
a-
him right then.
and the red mark on his face.
Yeah, but it didn't cover his face like
I-
that other
I
man
didn't
tried
say
to make
that.
it out to her.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
Small
a
red
little
mark,
bruise.
small
Right,
red
yeah.
mark, and a bruise behind his ear.
They're saying that.
In the state of Florida, that would.
I thought it was an earache. I thought it was an ear infection. Apparently,
He had no red mark on his face.
I agree with you, but this is Thursday, right before this happened. This is the start of this incident. Okay.
Yeah, on Monday he
I
did
should
not
be out
have none
soon.
of that.
Just I should get R&R if anything. Hopefully.
Well, the baby was not harmed on Monday. I can tell you that.
Okay, well then we're talking about Thursday. I didn't
Oh,
harm
they're
him. That's why
Thursday.
it's a third
To
degree.
keep
wasn't
from me
there.
asking her questions, I don't want her to violate her rights. I'm gonna let you talk with her a minute, and then we can talk outside. But she's asked for a lawyer, and I don't want to violate her rights. So that means I can't ask her any questions. And by us talking, I'm afraid that might happen. Is that fair enough?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna.
If you
let
want
two
to talk to her,
with
you got to talk to her out there.
Okay, can I ask you one question or no?
No, you can. You can ask me all that you want. I just can't
I won't speak.
answer questions. It's okay. I don't mean you not to be speaking.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying I won't.
Well, I wanted to ask her something legally.
Well, you need to ask her out there.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
Probably a good idea. Let me give you a minute to talk with her because I want you guys to have a second, and then I'm
Did you
gonna.
see them pictures?
Yes, yes. She Listen, I feel certain, and I'm going to say this in front of you now. I feel certain that she understands what happened. Who did this? Your mama asked me if I thought I got through to you. I would say the answer is yes.
Fuck yeah.
I would say even now, knowing that this is a process for you too, I would still say you are clearly understanding what went on.
I got the picture when you leave your kid with somebody and they don't have your kid when you return. They're responsible for your kid.
With that, I don't want to violate her rights anymore than.
You need to talk to her outside, Mom.
Okay. Did you want to talk to me
But
now?
do you want me to give you a minute with her? I'll give you privacy. Just tell her to knock on the door and I'll come get her, okay?
I'll still pick the other two kids tomorrow. Do you want me not to? I'll tell you, Daddy, not now.
What you need to do is, I'll get a phone call. Sometime tomorrow, I'll get a phone call. Don't leave that fucking house where you can't accept my call. Because I'm not going to have no money on my books. And it could take a week for them to get me out
You
of
need
jail.
cash right now for put money on the books so you can have phone. They got ATM window out there and go get you some.
That's fine. What you do is, you come right here. Remember when we came in, where we came in at? Where you parked? You know where you parked out across the road?
I'll find it.
The jail visitation center is right here. Them big 2 stairways that come up together right there that we passed. And there's 2 computers in there. You need to ask her how you put money in there for me. And that'll allow me to buy a calling card where I can call you and it won't charge your phone bill. Okay, where it won't cost you. I'll be able to order a calling card and some fucking tampons. I'm gonna look for a lawyer tomorrow. They'll send me several, and then I'll meet with a couple of them.
I
Until I'm
don't know
satisfied.
why he done that to our baby.
I don't know either, Mama. But it's just like I said, I won't
He
be in
didn't
here
have no
long.
toleration for
I
children.
won't be
she
in here
said.
long. I won't be in jail long. A 3rd-degree felony is the least charge they can give you.
No, he'll get his.
They're giving me the very, very lowest one that
You
they
know,
can.
he took away our.
Oh, he's getting the death penalty. Now make sure of that. But I can tell you
If
this.
he don't get a bullet between his head,
Bingo.
he didn't have to do that. He gave us our baby. All he had to do is say, "Come get this
I'm
baby."
going to tell you this right now. I'm going to do everything I can to get him to Baker. Call
I'm gonna
George
go find
Mason.
out.
Do you hear me?
Hmm.
Tomorrow, if you start calling down here, you need to let Hugh Fish know I'm locked up. Okay?
All right.
You need to let him know. And, also, you start, no wait, that's,
Sorry,
right,
son of a bitch.
right now that's about all you can do, Mama. Hear me? Is that all you can do for me right now?
I hope you never come back to Jacksonville.
Alright, well, here,
It's a
let me-
shitty place.
Let me tell her what I need her to do for you. You want me to tell her?
Help me go get a call card? Is that what you said?
No. No.
What?
I'll tell Donna. She can advise you better on what to do, or her. No, you're not getting a calling card. You're pulling money out, but I don't know if you can put cash into that system, or if it has to be a money order. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, not all.
Where to go?
Well, not all the way. I need her. Well, she's gonna go and take some money.
Okay.
She's going to take money out
Okay.
to put on there for me, but she doesn't know how to do that.
Okay. So walk her through.
Yeah, show her how to do that. That way I can get a calling card and it won't charge her.
I don't know if she can do it before you get in there though.
Well, I mean, I know that, but I'm saying that way it won't charge her phone bill for. I can just order a calling card or something.
Okay.
Will the nurse give me some?
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
Yeah.
not works.
yeah.
But she
They'll do
did
that.
tell me that this is so a third-degree felony is the lowest one you could get
Mhm.
for child neglect, and that with a lawyer or whatever,
Mhm.
that it shouldn't be so bad. That's not like years.
No.
And I need
Do you need anything before
I need you to figure out how we'll get him out of Duval and into Baker.
Well, this is the jurisdiction that it occurred in. That's the
So
only
he would have to
problem.
bond out. If he bonds out,
He
they'll
ain't
revoke
gonna
his.
bond out. He ain't gonna bond out.
He won't because he knows.
He ain't gonna bond out. He'd have bonded out by now, don't you think?
He knows not to go to Baker.
Yeah.
I need him in Baker.
Well, see, the way that jail works is whatever jurisdiction that you commit,
Who's a good public defender for me?
they assign them. You know, I don't think you get to pick.
You don't get to pick.
I don't think so. I think they just assign you somebody.
But if I don't like
You'll find
him,
out in the morning.
but if I don't like that one, then I can.
I don't know, honestly. If I knew
But
how to
what I'm
answer
saying
the
is I can
question.
decline theirs and choose to hire one if I don't like who they give me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my mom and she still gets keep, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, this doesn't involve them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I told my mom on the way down here that this was probably going to happen, but she didn't believe me. But I told her, in all reality, I left him with it.
Yeah.
So I knew there would be some form of child neglect somewhere. But I really did think that it was like an ear infection or something. I didn't think that he hurt. And he was going to the doctor the next day.
Yeah.
And I actually had already told him, well, if you did, you can say you did, but if you did, you're saying you don't know how it got there, but the doctor will tell me how it got there.
Mhm.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you need anything? If you do, just knock on this door.
Okay. How long will it be before
It won't be long.
they come and get me?
It won't be long. Yeah, they'll take you.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
If you need anything, just knock it, okay?
Okay.
has any, I'll see. And
My
then
mom has them, but if she's not gone,
hers are in the car across the street. But let me take you to the bathroom,
Mhm.
and then when they get ready to walk you over, I'll see if somebody has a cigarette.
okay, yeah, because that's like just my one request.
I don't know. I mean, nobody in our office smokes, so.
You got a criminal somewhere.
Huh?
When you was like, oh, their laughs running around, can't give me one, please.
Come on, back